Well, it's been quite a few days for a Canada goose in Montreal. The bird was found in a park in the RDP Pointe-aux-Trembles borough on Monday with an arrow through its wing. And Max, the bird was treated and finally released today.
That's right, Maya, and it's all thanks to some very attentive and caring people, starting with a passerby who spotted the injured bird on Monday, and then Sauvetage Animal Rescue, which captured the bird Tuesday and treated it. So you can see how the bird was when this cell phone video was shot on Monday. The arrow had pierced the wing of the goose, but not its body, thankfully. Now, Christina Daniello was able to capture the bird on her own. She wasn't able to capture the bird on her own, and it soon became dark. But the next day, she had called Sauvetage Animal Rescue, which came back to André Corbeil de Tranche-Montagne Park and carefully caught the bird. They clipped the arrow there, but only removed it later at a vet's office. Now, the passerby who spotted the bird says when she first saw the bird, she thought about how cruel people can be to birds.
I noticed something off, something was sticking out of one of the geese. So I took out my phone, zoomed in, and noticed that it was an arrow. At that point, I was in shock. I was angry because I knew that this was an act of cruelty. Some human that got their, getting their kicks, injuring a goose.
But the story doesn't end there. Today at 5 p.m., the rescue group brought the now treated bird back to the park. They lured some of her geese friends back to that same spot. Then the happy moment arrived. They released the treated arrowless bird, and she joined her friends before going about her business. So you may have a few questions about birds and their injuries. Well, as far as we know right now, it's not hunting season for geese, although the rules are different in different parts of the province, so you should check. The advice is to check first before hunting, and if you're going to do that, well, use a weapon that will actually kill the animal and that it's legally permitted. But most of all, according to Le Nichoir, a bird care organization, think about the impact of your actions on the animal.
But you're definitely in pain. As soon as there's an injury, they are in pain. And then obviously, like if you break a wing or if you break a bone, it impacts their survival. Sometimes it impacts they won't die from the injury itself, but the injury will make that they're not able to either fend themselves away from predator or find enough food. So then they'll basically starve to death.
And she adds that some things humans do besides hunting can have a great deal of impact. Domestic cats are actually not indigenous to Quebec, and they hunt and hurt birds a lot. So she says, try to keep your cats in your yard and windows. Well, birds fly into them all the time. And she says, so put some stickers on your windows to help that. Most of all, she says, remember that birds are an important part of our ecosystem and that they eat a lot of pesky insects. So it's worth thinking about them as we go about our daily lives. Maya.
All right, thank you very much, Max.